Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are from grade 8 Geo class.
I'm Morris from 8G.
I'm Sophia from 8Yo.
Today, we will be presenting on Australia.
Hey Morris, do you want to come to my house today? I'm so bored.
Sure, I know of so many interesting channels. We can watch TV together.
Okay, I'll wait for you. Oh, I can't stand watching history. Can we change the channel to something else, please?
Wait, you and your family will go to Australia next month, so you should really learn as much as you can about Australia before you go. It will really help you during your trip.
Okay, let's watch it then.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jimmy Says, and let's welcome our special guest, Paul, who introduced the Australian history with me.
Thank you for having me, Jimmy. As an archaeologist that studied the indigenous Australians, I believe that they came in Australia 40 to 50,000 years ago, during a period of glaciation, when New Guinea and Tasmania were joined as a continent. Like all ancient humans, they hunted, gathered, and farmed.
Then the Europeans arrived on the land in the 1600s.
You mean they were the first ethnicity that arrived in the land?
Yes, the first landing in Australia was made by William Johnston, a Dutch navigator. In the same year, a Spanish expedition landed in the New Hebrides.
But the Spanish first decided to leave because they thought there were too few natural resources left there.
Well, in fact, the indigenous Australians were less able to trade with the people of the East India, China, and Japan. Therefore, they concluded that it was no good to be done there.
So, if the Dutch East India southern continent didn't choose to stay, then who did?
The British. The commander, James Cook, landed in the east coast of Australia. However, he was confident that the eastern coast had never been visited by any Europeans before, and therefore it belonged to them.
17 years later, the British government decided to establish in Botany Bay because of in 1775, a revolutionary war in America made them lose most of their North American colonies.
Then, how did they use the remaining lands?
Matra, who also traveled with Cook, put a proposal of establishing a settlement of colony composed of American loyalists, South Sea Islanders, and Chinese. He also reasoned that the island is suitable for tobacco plantations, cottons, and sugars.
Matra modified his proposal to include convicts as settlers. His plan provided the original blueprint for the settlement.
It makes Australia one of the English colonies. So they both joined World War I and World War II. During the Second World War, the Axis power is hostile to the Allies, which made them ended in conflict against countries like Japan.
These events caused Australians to fear war. This is also one reason that they had never joined the Vietnam War. So basically, more than half of the people in Australia are not indigenous due to the colonization. And that is all we have time for. Thank you for watching.
Welcome back to Bobo and Marshall. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Alan. Today we will be introducing some of Australia's most famous landmarks.
The first one is the Sydney Opera House.
which is the North Sea.
I agree. What do we know about this place?
First, it is the youngest World Heritage Site in the world.
Yes, you're right. What do you think about the main feature of the building?
I really like the special satellite design of the building.
It is very impressive, and so is the material that they use.
The building is equipped with a series of large precast concrete shells. In addition to the shell tiles and glass panel wall of the fire estate, the exterior of the building is covered with irrigate panels which are made of green granite mine in Tirana.
Wow, that sure does sound amazing. Let's take a look inside.
Inside you can find a recording studio, cafes, restaurants, bars, and retail stores. There are also guided tours available.
No wonder it attracts many tourists every year.
You can say that again. What's the next on our list?
That will be the Queen Victoria building.
A shopping mall? What makes this mall so different?
Well, it's a Romanesque revival building built in 1893. It was historically used for various purposes. The building was surrounded by George Street, York Street, and Market Street. It's 98 feet wide and 620 feet long, so it's pretty large.
Next, let's take a look at its main feature.
There are 4 small domes on each corner and a big dome that is made of bronze. The central part of the building is heavily illuminated with flower glass windows. The most famous one is the large semicircular wheel window with the pattern of the coat of arms of Sydney. It also has pointy roofs, corridors, railings, and fine decoration.
It sure is a beautiful piece of architecture. In our next episode, we are going to take a look at some of Italy's famous landmarks. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to our story time. I'm Nikki. I'm Annie. Let's now introduce the Chinese legend about Hankou who fled to the war. Do you know of any other countries that have similar legends? Well, today we're going to introduce an Australian legend. Have you heard about Australian Genesis? Yes, I love it. It is such a beautiful legend. Let's have a look. The world was silent and completely dark. There was no plants or living object on the naked bed of the mountain. No wind blew over the mountain. There was no sound to break the silence. But the world was not dead. It was sleeping. There was something sleeping in the icy caves of the mountain. Somewhere in space, some of the little mother dreamed her sleep. She was waiting for the father of all spirits to speak to her. The father spoke, and then he awoke the world. Some mother no longer wanted to sleep. She opened her eyes and lit up the world. So the long night was over. She landed and began to travel around the world, from east to west and south to north. She made a world full of plants. After finishing the first job, some mother resting on the plants. You did a great job, said the father, but this is just the beginning. The world is beautiful now, but it needs some light. Shine your light into the caves. Some mother walked on the ground. This grew where she stepped it. She lit up the darkness. Strange shapes and light appeared. And some insect and other creature came out. They all went with her into the sunshine. There are other caves, said the father. Someone walked up a hill and into the cave. The frozen ground made her feel cold. Later, the ice melted into water, which fell everywhere. Something that looked like fish came out of the cave. The water of the lake washed down the hills, which sent water to plants all the way to the sea. Someone walked into a different cave. There was no ice there. Instead, it was filled with live birds and animals around her. They all enjoyed the world with light, color, and warmth. That's excellent. My world is alive, said the father. Someone took Father's land and said loudly, "This is Father's land. Father is the great God. He will protect you. Now, my job is almost done, so please listen to me. I will bring you summer and winter. Summer is hot, you can endure fruit. Whereas winter is cold, so you can sleep. These are the change I would like to give you. My love, I'm going to leave you, to live far away in the sky." Then she rose from the earth, turned into a bright ball, and slowly sank behind the mountain. Everyone became sad and a little afraid, because the nights came back to the earth. A few hours passed, they fell asleep. Suddenly, the birds tweeted because they saw the sunshine from the east.
The light was stronger and stronger. More birds were tweeted. In the end, I rested loudly as some other appeared in the sky.
The animals knew that they would follow the night. There would also be daytime for work and games, night for sleep.
When some of us sank to rest, the river god and the lake god are the saddest. They miss her warmth, so they went to the sky and tried to find her.
She appreciated them and turned them into water drops, which fell back to the earth as rain. The rain brought new life.
There was one more thing left to do. Some animals were afraid of the dark, so she sent a star to say she would be back. After that, she worried about stars' loneliness, so she gave her the moon god as a husband and let her live.
You're right, Nikki. That's beautiful.
This is Word Storytell. I'm Nikki.
I'm Annie.
See you next time.
Hi, welcome to DCC channel. Let's get back to our series of word customs. Today, we are going to share some special Australian customs with you. Let's welcome our guest, Mandy.
Hello guys, nice to meet you.
Today, we will teach you about Australia local customs. Mandy, I want to learn some Australian slang first.
Sure, I can give you some. The most common phrase is "Good day, mate."
Wait, what did you say?
Good day means what's up. We often use it when we greet friends.
Okay, actually it's not too hard to guess.
Back to the topic. Welcome to Oz.
Let me guess, does Oz mean Australia?
Yeah, you're right.
I think I'm in Australia now.
By the way, do you know that Australians enjoy their life bloody much?
Wait a second. I know that Australians enjoy their life a lot, but what does bloody mean? I remember the meaning of bloody is.
The word bloody also means very in Australia.
Okay, Mandy, I know that Australians have many special customs. Can you share some with me?
Sure, what did you want to know first?
I once heard a phrase, knock on wood. What does it mean?
When Australians use the phrase knock on wood, it means they are hoping to prevent something bad from happening.
What's the legend behind it?
Well, in the past, people believed that good gods live in trees, and by tapping the trunk, one would seek the help of them in preventing misfortune from happening.
I see. Second, we all know that Australians have a relaxed way of life. They love holding parties with friends. But I have a question. What's a Barbie party? Do they hold a party for Barbies?
No, of course not. Barbie means barbecue.
I think living in Australia is really comfortable. Mandy, I remember that you studied in Australia for 5 years. But why did you choose to go there?
Because I love animals so much. Australia is famous for its rich ecology.
What animals do you like?
I like koala the most.
There are many koalas in Australia. My favorite animal is rabbit.
Fun fact, Australians really dislike rabbits, just like Taiwanese dislike bats.
Why? Don't you think their big eyes and furry bodies are so cute?
Well, in the past, a foreign species of rabbits that arrived in Australia almost wiped out the local breed in 1788.
That's horrible.
Australia now even spend an average of $200 million annually to eliminate rabbits. So there might be a reason why Australians dislike rabbits so much.
It makes sense now. But why is there also a phrase that talks about a rabbit foot bringing you good luck?
People believe they are supposed to bring good luck because ancient Western utopians believe that rabbits to be the animals of gods or elves.
Okay, I have learned a lot of things about Australia today. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, our TV programs have come to an end. I hope you now have a deeper understanding of Australia. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hi, I'm Penny.
Welcome to Happy Life program, where we talk about Western holidays from around the world. And today, we're in Australia. Hey, have you ever heard about any special holiday in Australia?
Yes, it's the World Cup Day. This is one of the most famous horse racing events in the world, and the Melbourne Cup
do you mean by stop the country?
Companies across the country will take a break to watch the game and enjoy a campaign over lunch. People in cities and towns across Australia will go to restaurants to celebrate this national culture.
Wow, what a joyful day. The TV Iceland Australian Football Final Day is another festival which allows people to purchase native Aboriginal arts and crafts, including unique wood carvings that are popular all around the world. Hey, look, there are so many people walking on the street.
Yes, it's the Uluru Cone Festival. Uluru is one of Australia's spiritual shrines and is the perfect place to experience Australian Aboriginal culture. The dances there are a welcome to the country ceremony held by the local people. Here you can try traditional jungle cuisine, participate in Aboriginal cruises, and short film festival.
This reminds me of the Pratima Festival. The feature of the Pratima Festival is to encourage visitors to participate in interactive activities and experience the Aboriginal culture. The Pratima Festival is the only event in Australia with the theme of Indigenous people, using new technology to celebrate them as the oldest surviving people on the world.
That's really cool how they use new technology to celebrate ancient culture. The Catherine Goroka Festival is the grandest event in the northern part of Australia. It combines dance, live music, art exhibitions, cultural workshops, circus performances, and Australian football.
The town of Laura holds a grand dance festival every 2 years as the Laura Dance Festival. It's one of Australia's largest and oldest Aboriginal culture festivals.
So we can see some of Australia's unique culture from Nepal, but most of them are related to the place of origin. If I had the chance to travel to Australia again, I would definitely join the holidays mentioned above if possible.
So would I. No matter what kind of festival you attend, you can enjoy your time with families and friends, and that's the most important thing. Thank you for watching our channel.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Don's TV show, where we introduce the popular meals eaten by the locals. I'm Jay.
And I'm Tommy.
Hey, Tommy. We're finally here in Australia.
Yep, this is my first time here and I can't wait to try the local eats.
Me too. Let's jump right into it.
As in any countries, let's start with the most important meal of the day, breakfast. Are there any special breakfasts in Australia?
That would have to be Weet-Bix. All Australians grew up eating this cereal. It's a wheat cereal usually eaten with milk and topped off with slices of fruits such as bananas and berries. You can also add honey to sweeten it.
That really sounds great. A great way to start any morning.
I heard something strange before. The Australians eat kangaroo. Is that true?
Contrary to most beliefs, it's very good and similar to beef actually.
Well, I guess if so many of the locals eat it, then it can't be that bad. Do they eat any of the strange things?
Have you ever heard of witchy grub?
Witchy grub? Ew, I hate worms. Do they actually eat that here?
As you
If
know,
yes, then why?
As you know, Australia is a huge place of a lot of Aborigines living in remote places. It's eaten by them as a source of protein.
Well, I guess that makes sense, but I wouldn't give it a try though.
That's okay. Oh, Jay, look, it's at the famous food chain Hungry Jack.
Hungry Jack? I've never heard of that chain before. What do they sell?
It's similar to Burger King and quite popular with the locals.
What about desserts? Do the Aussies like sweet stuff?
Of course they do. One of the most popular dishes is churro, which is sold at all movie theaters. They don't have as much flavor as us. Those beans, chocolate, and original. And also Aussies like to eat churro into chocolate sauce, so they will separate the sauce and the churro, which is different than any other countries.
I see. Now the main question. I know that Aussies like to spend time outdoors. Do they ever spend time eating in the outback?
Yes, they do. They even have free electric barbecue grills at the park.
That's awesome. So all we need to do is prepare the food.
That's right, Jay. And look at this. This beef is so cheap. It's cheaper than any other kinds of meat.
Well, with prices like these, it's understandable why Australians spend so much time barbecuing. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back after the commercial.
Welcome to the WTV show. Today we would like to talk about some celebrities from Australia. Today we would like to introduce you the Australian Madonna.
Kylie Minogue. Kylie is regarded as the queen of Australian pop music, not only because of her music, but her fashion style has also impressed the public.
The song Can't Get You Out of My Head was one of the best-selling singles of all times.
Also, her style in her music video is the highlight of the video.
No wonder she is regarded as the modern elder sister in the European and American fashion circle.
I also heard that her beauty and good figure has impressed many.
That's right, and that's why she is honored as the sexy goddess.
I have only heard of the sexiest man alive, which brings us to Chris Hemsworth.
He is well known for his role in the Marvel movies as Thor. Due to his role, he gained attention from a lot of fans.
Do you remember the severe bushfire that just happened recently in Australia? Well, I saw on the news that Chris Hemsworth donated a huge amount of money to help put out the fire.
That's correct. He and his family has donated $1 million toward relief and recovery efforts as Australia continued to battle the massive bushfire.
How nice of him.
Furthermore, he often donates time and money to the Australian Childhood Foundation to bring love back into the lives of those children who have been affected by trauma, such as family violence and child abuse.
Wow, he truly is a kind-hearted person. Let's take a look at his other few TV series and movies which he starred in.
He rose to prominence playing Kim Haig in the Australian TV series Home and Away.
After this, he began his film career in Hollywood by taking on role in the science fiction TV series Star Trek and the thriller A Perfect Getaway.
Then he starred in the fantasy film Snow White and the Huntsman, the comedy Ghostbusters, and the Men in Black series International. His greatest commercial success has been with the Marvel movies, Thor and the Avengers from 2011.
These films alone have made him one of the highest paid actors in the world. Chris Hemsworth is really a successful actor. This makes me think of Hugh Jackman.
Are you talking about the handsome guy that played Wolverine in X-Men?
Yes, that's him. He is also an Australian who was born in Sydney.
Well, sounds like you know a lot about Hugh Jackman. Tell us more.
Hugh Jackman actually holds both Australian and British citizenship. Furthermore, he first started his career in the theatre.
Popular movies such as Les Miserables, The Prestige, The Greatest Showman, and so on all featured him. He is truly a great actor.
Definitely, he expresses his gratitude to the people from Australia who fought against the devastating bushfire. He also called for donations for Australia on Twitter. It seems like every single person in Australia gave Australia a hand in putting out the fire, even celebrities.
That's true. And that's the end of our show. Thanks for watching.
This is ABC News with Sophie. Welcome to our first new news broadcast. Tonight, we'll report on the formidable disaster that Australia faced, the bushfires. Let's take a look at an interview with some eyewitnesses that were at the scene at the time. How did you feel during those days?
Oh, I was extremely terrified. I lost my home and my family so suddenly. When I finally collected myself, I suddenly realized that I lost everything. That day, I could feel the smoke staining my eyes. I couldn't even find my way out of the smoke until I heard the fire engine bells coming from the back.
Natural calamities always comes in a flash like lightning. But what can we do? Nothing. I believe there's something we can do to protect the earth. The secret of success is constancy of purpose. Back to you, Annie.
Thank you, Sophie, for the live interview. Here's another story about a citizen's experiments with the bushfires. A woman says their Malakula holiday was ruined the moment their neighbor told them that the wildfire could not be stopped, and they didn't have enough supplies to defend themselves. So they decided to follow the government's recommendations and leave earlier than planned.
Correct. Next time, 4 flight guests in the vehicle to Melbourne with 4 Romanian dogs and 3 dogs. A Betsy traveling back and a small pickup truck to get them to their farm 500 kilometers away.
It touched my heart when the woman said she didn't take any family possessions because they didn't believe the house built by her father with the help of her grandfather in the early 1970s would burn.
After staying at the farm for 3 weeks, the woman and her family could finally go back to Malakuta. Sadly, their neighbors and their house has burned to ash. But the good news is that the woman said having a long walk along the beach and taking a swim in the ocean helped them to wash away the ash. Thus, along with their sadness and tears, it helped them to begin the rebuilding of their new family house.
Bushfires in Australia are common and usually occur every year. It isn't an unusual scene. However, in 2019, due to the increase in global warming, Australia broke its record of the highest temperature, which resulted in the difficulty in controlling the fire and its spread.
The fire destroyed about 5,900 buildings, and 34 people died, along with 1 billion of animals. During this bushfire, the government was attacked. The Prime Minister ran a vacation to celebrate Christmas when the fire hit its peak. Many experts guess that his unavailability during this crisis was one of the main reasons that led to the build-up of fire.
The Prime Minister explained the main culprit of the bushfire was global warming. Nonetheless, the people believe the government should have invested in research to produce scalable and reliable clean energy technology, and not just tweet about fictional climate trails.
The best thing we can do to help them is to lower the global temperature.
Agreed. Not only it will help them, it will also help us to create a wonderful world. This is ABC News with Sophie and Annie.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Australia Crossing.
I'm David.
I'm Jerry.
Australia uses their rich wildlife to capture tourist hearts from all over the world. Wildlife plays an important part of Australia's economy.
I feel the same way. Dugong's largest remnant habitat lies in Australia.
The dugong is an endangered species that is unique for its looks. Some sailors believe them to be rare in the past. Furthermore, they are the only herbivorous mammal in Australia. They can grow up to 3 meters long and weighs up to 400 kilograms. And they swim quite slow, don't they?
Yes, that's the reason why they always get hurt. It happens at least 30 times a year, where they get hit by boats.
That doesn't sound like a serious problem. The number isn't that high.
It may not be, but don't forget that they are endangered animals. Plus, it takes 30 years for them to grow into an adulthood.
Oh, I'm glad to know that the Australian government is taking action to protect them. Another interesting and less common animal in Australia is Americana. It is the biggest freshwater fish in the world.
Yeah, and I think the local people said that they are delicious.
Really, it makes me hungry just looking at it.
Me too.
Let's now talk about it as food. Americana is an important part of Australia's wildlife. It is an apex predator of the country's river system, and also the biggest freshwater fish in the world, as it can grow up to 2 meters long.
Wow, that's amazing. Unfortunately, I have a sad fact. The Tasmanian tiger has been officially recognized as extinct since 1936. The last one, named Benjamin, died because of organ failure.
They look so innocent. Why did people want to kill them?
Humans really dislike them because they will eat their sheep on their farm. Therefore, most of them were shot dead by farmers.
That's so sad that we can't see any Tasmanian tigers anymore.
I guess we should go green and save our planet to protect the endangered animals. There is no reason for us to destroy their habitat.
Recycle and buy sustainable products. Reduce personal footprints and getting rid of black markets are great ways to protect these endangered species.
We can also volunteer our time in our area to protect the wildlife in our area. There are many animals that need to be protected in Taiwan.
I can't agree with you more. Animals have the right to live happily on earth just as we do. We should protect them, although it is a hard task.
Thank you for watching.
Oh, my TV's broken. It changed channel by itself.
Yeah, that was crazy. But at least you got to learn more about Australia.
Anyways, I need to find someone to fix my TV.
Are you sure? Fixing a TV costs a lot of money.
Just my luck. Wait, here's my TV remote control.
It's here.
Why is it there?
Aha, you got me. I was just joking.
You tricked me.
Don't be angry at me.
Never mind.
Thanks for taking the time to watch our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it and that you were able to learn a lot of new facts about Australia. Have a wonderful evening.